When you take some big business decisions at the beginning of your career, there are going to be many people who are going to ask you, why did you do this? But when these same business decisions become successful, people are going to ask you, how did you do this? So in today's video, we are going to discuss about the journey of Eicher Motors and Mr. Sadat Uhl from the whys to hows. And not only we are going to discuss the case study, the most important point, how we can benefit from this case study, what we can learn out of this case study is what we are going to discuss in today's video. Hi guys, Rachana Ranade here and I welcome you all to a brand new video which is a Saturday video. On Wednesday, I had released this video on Eicher Motors wherein I would like to really thank you all for the love and affection that you have given for this video. This video got more than 1,20,000 views in just one single day. And this was not like aag laga dega and something like that, very hot topic video, but it was a proper fundamental analysis video, and that shows your interest towards learning new things. In fact, in the comment section of that same video, you had requested me to make a separate case study video on Eicher Motors, and I thought that if it's fresh in your mind, I should make the case study right away, and that's why I'm recording this video, right? In the previous video, we discussed about the company, the products, but what we did not discuss about is the man behind this entire success, this entire turnaround of Eicher Motors, whose name is Mr. Sadat Uhl. Guys, please understand that whenever we are doing fundamental analysis of any company, it's not only about the financials, the products. So it's not only about company analysis. Inside company analysis, a very important part comes up, which is management analysis. And in today's case study, we are going to focus on the management analysis part as to how the vision of the top level personnel can completely bring a turnaround in any company. So let's start with who is Mr. Sadat Uhl. He's the third generation entrepreneur. In simple words, his grandfather started Eicher Motors, then his father was looking over it, and then Mr. Sadat Uhl. He has done his postgraduate diploma in mechanical engineering from the Cranfield University, and he has also done a master's degree in automotive engineering from University of Leeds in England. He was only 26 years old when he took over as the CEO of Royal Enfield, and that was in the year 2000. Okay. Then in the year 2004, a big decision was taken in Mr. Sadat Uhl's life where he took over as the COO of Eicher Motors. As I mentioned in the previous section, COO is like a Chief Operations Officer, like the whole and soul, you can say, Chief Operations Officer of Eicher Motors only at the age of 30. Okay. So in one of the media interviews which I was checking out while doing the research for this topic, I found out that Mr. Uhl had given an interview wherein he said that his dad, when he asked him to become firstly a CEO and then a COO of the company, he said that yes, I'm ready to take on this. I know it's tough, but I'm ready to take on this, but only under one condition, that I want full control. I will take the responsibility and I will definitely look into it that yes, I take some necessary steps, and in that case, no one should actually, question my decisions. So if I'm getting the full power, then I'm ready to go ahead with this. So with this condition, he took over as the CEO originally and then the COO of the company. So after joining as the COO of the company, he had a big task at hand. At that time, Eicher Motors was into 15 different businesses, which included tractors, trucks, motorcycles, components, footwears, garments, and whatnot. So he had to do the analysis of all this product portfolio. He did a lot of math, did a lot of projections, and of course, it was not such an easy game for him. Success didn't happen overnight. After a lot of projections, he asked a question to himself, and this is what I read in one of the interviews. He said, a basic question in my mind was, do we want to become a mediocre player in 15 small business or just be good in 1 or 2 businesses? So see, this is where the thought process of the key personnel come into picture. One thought process was, yes, there are 15 businesses, let all the 15 businesses run. But one thought process is that instead of doing 15 businesses and being the market leader in none, why not be the market leader in at least one or two segments. And that is where he took a decision after, of course, doing a lot of analysis, lot of math involved. He finally took a decision that let's sell off 13 businesses out of the 15 businesses. That's a big decision. And the biggest decision I feel while selling these 13 businesses was that he also decided to sell off the tractor division, the tractor segment, which was started by his grandfather. You know, in a typical family run business, all the business segments, every business segment is like treated as like a jewel for the family. And it's like selling off your jewels if you're selling off your businesses of the family. And it's a very emotional decision which is being involved here. But this is where we see a difference between a successful businessman versus a businessman. That here, no emotions got involved. He said that if these businesses are not performing as per his expectation, if he felt that this business doesn't have a bright future as compared to some other business product, then that's where emotions need to be kept aside and pure business is what needs to be thought of. So that's where he took a decision of continuing with only two business segments, one of which was motorcycles and the other one was commercial vehicles. If you remember, I had discussed this in the previous video, the Wednesday video, wherein in fact I had said that they had entered into a joint venture with Volvo, and that is why these two major segments, motorcycles and commercial vehicles. In fact, in one of the interviews, Mr. Lal had also said that when he took a decision of selling 13 businesses out of 15, the other peers, the competitors basically felt that Eicher Motors is most probably closing down. But then he said that the joker in the pack was motorcycles, which he felt could turn around the business. Well, drilling down from 15 businesses to 2 businesses was done. Now, is there any drill down further? Yes, that's what he did. He understood that the motorcycle segment is basically divided into 3 parts. Okay, 0 to 250cc bikes, 250 to 800cc bikes, and above 800cc bikes. What he found after a further depth study was that this mid-size segment of 250cc to 800cc, it was popular, but comparatively less competitors were there. Okay, so he said, yes, this is a segment which we have to focus on. So see, understand, it's not only about motorcycles, tick mark. No, inside that also drilling down deep and finding a niche for yourself. 250 to 800cc is what we are going to focus on. Okay, now that was chosen as a focus. He said, now it's a right time to focus more on the product itself. It said that Mr. Sadat Lal himself is a total motorcycle lover, and that is why he and few of his colleagues and other office mates, they drove thousands of kilometers wherein they tried to find out that me as a rider, how or what kind of experience I'm getting, what is the level of comfort I'm getting, am I enjoying this experience or not. And after his riding of thousands of kilometers, after his friends, his colleagues, when they also rode along him, they gave him a feedback as to what kind of structural changes can be done, what kind of design changes can be done, so that the experience goes from better to best. Once these structural changes were done, the product was improvised. Second thing he focused was on the distribution network. Okay, in my previous video also I told you that it's very important for any FMCG or any vehicle company, for even any FMEG, fast moving electrical goods company, that the distribution network should be good, and he also focused on the distribution network. So product was good, distribution was good. Now it's also about the brand building process. That's also very important. What he did was he tried to arrange several events wherein all the bike lovers come together. He creates that as an event where many bike lovers, you can also get many images on the internet where people are racing, there are some tracks which are there. So all these people come together, they get a feeling of a community of Royal Enfield. So they didn't maybe feel any requirement that any Bollywood star should do their advertisement, but it's we the people who actually advertise for Royal Enfield. And I feel that is again a very important part of any business, which is brand building. And with all these amazing things in place, I'll just quickly take you through some numbers which will really amaze you. In 2005, the company was selling almost about 25,000 bikes in a year, which by 2010, the same company was selling 50,000 bikes in a year. In 2014, the same company was selling 3 lakhs bikes in a year. I hope you're getting the difference. From 2005 to 2010, it was double. From 2010 to 2014, it was 6 times, a jump from 50,000 to 3 lakh motorcycles. And in financial year 2020, they have sold around 7 lakh bikes. But these all were the number of bikes that I was talking about. If you want to know how the sales figures turned up, just check out this chart. So you can see on the screen that the sales of Eicher Motors, now this is in rupee terms, okay, not in terms of number of units of bikes sold. From March 2008, which was 2,258 crores, they have gone from this number to slowly and steadily, I'm just jumping a few numbers, to 4,397 in December 10, to 6,390 in December 12, and in December 14 they have gone up to 8,738 crore rupees. So that's like almost 4 times increase from March 2008 to December 2014. Okay, they did change the financial year to a calendar year. So instead of year ending March, they did opt for year ending December. Well, that's allowed as per the provisions of a Companies Act if you comply with certain conditions. Okay, going to a very important figure, which is again net profit, which was at 55 crore rupees in March 2008, jumped to 189 crores in December 10, December 12 it moved up to 324 crores, and in December 14 it jumped up to 615 crores. Well, that's a huge jump from just 55 crores in 2008 to 615 crores in December 14. Why I stopped at December 14? Because if you see from there, the sales somewhere started to drop down from 8,700 to 6,173 crores. A slight increase since then, but definitely not at the pace at which it was growing from 2008 to 2014. So even today, we are seeing a little bit of growth, a comparatively lower paced growth. But if you have checked out my previous video, you know that what has happened in Q4 because of the corona result. Now comes the most important part of this video as to what I can learn from this case study. Okay, actually just looking at someone else's success story and saying that, wow, this is amazing, that's incomplete. I feel we should try to analyze what I can learn and how I can implement it in my own business. So number one, I feel is focus was the most important point that I learned from this case study. Dropping down 13 business segments and focusing on only 2 is commendable. It takes a lot of guts. And even I'm trying to do this in my own business, that rather than going ahead with 5-6 different things, I'm just trying to focus on 1 or 2 things and trying to be the best in these 1 or 2 segments. Number 2 I learned is analysis is absolutely very important. Trying to find a niche for yourself is very important. So like he said that motorcycles, full stop. That's not it. Try to find out inside motorcycles also, like he said, the mid segment, 250cc to 800cc. What is your niche? Try to find out that. And once you have found out the niche, then I think the third thing, which is very important, is the absolute hard work and the passion that you should have. So like Mr. Lal loved motorcycles, and that is what he felt that yes, I need to do something about this. And that's what I feel is similar for me. I love teaching. Whenever I come in front of the camera, whenever I'm making any content, I feel that yes, I'm trying to add some value in someone else's life. If you're loving what you're doing, then definitely there are great chances that you can, become one of the I should not call myself as a successful person as such, but definitely I feel that yes, something little bit at least I have achieved, and that is only because I'm doing what I love to do and just not doing it for the sake of doing it. Well, if you have liked this video, don't forget to share this video with your friends on Facebook, Insta and WhatsApp. If you are loving the content of my channel, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit that bell icon as well. If you are aware that I'm doing live sessions every Monday, every Thursday at 8 p.m. Don't forget to join me live on these 2 days of the week. And of course, that join button I tell in every single video, right? Try to click on that as well, see what benefits you can get. A new video on polycabs has been released for all the pro investors. I hope you have seen that video already if you're a pro investor, right? So that's it from my side for the day, guys. Jai Hind and